And a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ives Lamel Family Field on the campus of Brevard College, located in Brevard, North Carolina, nestled in the mountains of western North Carolina for women's lacrosse action. Game 2 of the season for the Tornadoes. And Tornadoes welcome, traveling all the way from Michigan, 750 miles away. Alma College comes into town, and the Scots of Alma College visiting the Brevard College Tornadoes. Two teams continuing their warm-ups, and scheduled start of this one is 5 p.m. We might get going a little bit earlier than that, but should be a good one between the Scots and the Tornadoes. The Tornadoes with a resounding win in game number 1 over Sweetbriar. That season opener was back on Saturday morning. 10 a.m. start for that one. 21-3, the Tornadoes thrashing the Vixens of Sweetbriar. And big days in that one individually. Players like Emily Denega with 5 goals, Parker Moore with 5 goals, Casey Collins, the senior, with 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points. Savannah Colliver with 3 goals and an assist as well. Well, should be a good one between these two. Both undefeated coming into this game. In this early season, the Tornadoes 1-0, the Scots 2-0, so something's got to give. We'll see who comes out ahead in this one. Tornadoes and Scots coming up shortly. As you see the captains from the two sides meeting at midfield, and preparations continue for the start of this one. Tornadoes and Scots. Women's lacrosse action coming to you from Eyes Lamel Family Field on the campus of Brevard College. Glad you're able to join us wherever you're tuning in from. Stick with us. We'll have women's lacrosse action coming up shortly. Moments away from Alma versus Brevard College, and see the Alma Scots, their final preparations, and Brevard College under the direction of Kristen Rosado and assistant coach Roya Tomasabi with their final preparations as well. Welcome back here to Islamel Family Field. A women's lacrosse matchup on deck here between the Tornadoes and the Scots. Tornadoes under the direction of head coach Kristen Rosado. Assistant coach is Roya Tomasabi. Tornado starters as follows: Ashton Cashwell, Danny Stavely, Grace Blanton, Parker Moore, Emily Denega, Morgan Graham, Lexi McLaughlin, Cassidy Hutto, Grace Vaught, Savannah Colliver, Josh Mitchell, and Casey Collins. And the Scots: McGeorge, Keith, Willman, Flynn, Scorziello, Bunce, Sherman, Peterson, Fredrickson, Fry, Brown, and Kenny. Goalkeeper is Fry for the Scots, McLaughlin for the Tornadoes. As we get going here, Parker Moore versus Brown, and controlling from the start here are the Scots as they move from right to left on your device. Scots in the gray uniforms with white trim and white numerals. And the Tornadoes in the white jerseys, blue trim and blue numerals. As Alma continuing to control things from the start here. Peterson with a touch. Kirsten Brown sending it towards the goal mouth. See the Tornadoes packed defensively. Emma Keith with a touch for the Scots. .30 on the shot clock. First possession for either side here in quarter number 1. Shot there by McGeorge. And a save there for McLaughlin. So first shot of the game coming from Riley McGeorge, number 1, the sophomore from Grand Ledge, Michigan. Turnover right away here and opportunity for the Scots. That's Peterson. Here's Scorziello. Able to find Peterson. Peterson fired away there, an attempt. 2 minutes have elapsed here, quarter number 1, and the entire game's been played on one side of the field thus far. Tornadoes try to get a stop here. A lot of traffic there in the middle, and ultimately picked up by McLaughlin, the goalkeeper for the Nados. McLaughlin now. Plays it forward, and Cashwell along the far side for the Nados, working through the midfield. Up ahead here's Stavely. Ground ball, 2 teams fighting for this in the midfield. We'll see who comes up with it. Collins getting into the middle of all that, same with Colliver, but ultimately the Scots gain possession, and here come the Scots from right to left, and a whistle, and Scots continuation there on that play, and ultimately another save by McLaughlin. Looked like Keith on the shot, Emma Keith from DeWitt, Michigan, the junior. Back the other way, here come the Nados. Trying to find Collins there up over her head. Out of bounds, it'll be Scots with the ball. Shot there, saved by McLaughlin. So it's been a busy start Already 4 shots for the Scots. McLaughlin tending the goal for the NATOs. McLaughlin looking at her options. Plays it forward there to Blanton. And then a collision between Denega and scores yellow. And here come the Tornadoes the other way. So an opportunity for some transition. Furthest the Tornadoes have gone into Scots territory thus far. And a foul there against the Scots. Denega, Collins, whistle, and a stoppage there. And actually, this is going to go the other way. It's going to be a timeout on the field. So timeout, Tornadoes with possession. And neither team able to get a score early on. Most of the game being played on the attacking side for the Scots. Head coach Kristen Rosado with a timeout there to get the Tornadoes settled. Your score with 10:25 to play here, quarter number 1, Tornadoes 0, Scots 0. So back here at Islamel Family Field, and the Tornadoes, under the direction of head coach Kristen Rosado, trying to come up with a game plan here. It should be Tornadoes ball coming out of this timeout. Alma, meanwhile, has already fired off 4 shots, and the Scots have played most of this game deep in the attacking zone, and the Tornadoes have kept McLaughlin very busy in goal for the Tornadoes. So Tornadoes now resetting on the offensive end and see if they can make a solid offensive opportunity coming out of the timeout. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. The warmest day we've perhaps had the entire winter. Temperatures approaching 70 degrees. I'd imagine these lacrosse student athletes are excited to play under these conditions with these warm temperatures coming out of winter. But meanwhile, back to action here. Collins will start things off for the Tornadoes. 10-20 and counting, quarter number 1. Stolen away here by the Scots. Now the Scots using a fast break opportunity of their own. It's Peterson, Sam Peterson covering a lot of ground there. Keith played it up ahead. Tornadoes able to get back defensively pretty well there, and ultimately it's going to be Tornado ball, so consider that a win for the Tornadoes. Some fast break defense there, really having to hustle back. Peterson was pushing the tempo for the Scots. Here come the Tornadoes the other way. Parker Moore covering a lot of ground herself right through the middle of the field, and now suddenly the Tornadoes in the attacking zone. Here's Collins. Collins along the right side. Collins looking, probing, and threads the needle with a pass there to Denega. And looks like a foul, so should be an opportunity here for the Tornadoes. And shot and a goal there. Tornadoes goal. Tornadoes goal number 11, Emily Denega. So Denega with the goal. And the Tornadoes, just like that, the 1-0 lead the first shot of the game fired off by the Tornadoes, finds the back of the net. So you can't get more efficient than that. Meanwhile, Tornadoes capitalizing on that attempt. Scott's looking to get on the board. They already have 4 shots. They've kept McLaughlin busy, but excellent job. The Tornadoes coming out of the timeout, executing the offense, and ultimately the goal for Denega. And Denega now with 6 goals on the season. Great start to her collegiate career, the freshman from Beaufort, Georgia. Meanwhile, Tornadoes with another opportunity here in the attacking zone. Here's Colliver. Colliver juking to the left, back to the right. Here's Collins. Collins. And a shot there, and another goal for the Tornadoes. And just like that, the Tornadoes up 2-0. So Parker Moore with the goal. 2 shots, 2 goals. So the perfect average continues for the Tornadoes as now Parker Moore getting in on the action. She now has 6 goals on this young season. And just like that, for the first 5 minutes or so of this game, everything seemed to be going the Scots' way. Tornadoes ahead 2-0. So back to action here. Tornadoes able to win another draw control there. Denega. Playing it forward to Colliver. Back to Denega. Denega along the left side. Denega juking a defender. Denega shot. Just missing there. So the first shot that did not find the back of the net. Meanwhile, Tornadoes continuing with possession here. Here's Grace Vaught. Vaught. Trying to find Colliver. Colliver comes up with it. Scots tried to go for the steal there, but ends up handled by Colliver. Here's Colliver again. 40 on the shot clock, but that's taken away by the Scots, so fresh shot clock for the Scots going the other way. Now the Scots pushing the action. The Scots have numbers coming from right to left on your device. Scores yellow up ahead. She was defended by Mitchell. And once again, the Scots unable to capitalize, so Tornadoes will reset from their defensive end, McLaughlin. McLaughlin looking to distribute. Some tight defense played by the Scots. Meanwhile, the Scots able to force a turnover there, then a shot there fired off by Brown, saved by McLaughlin. A whistle there. 6:57 to play. Tornadoes 2, Scots 0. Goals so far by Moore and Denega. And now, looks like a penalty and an opportunity here for the Scots. Scots play it short, so it was Brown starting this opportunity. Excellent defense there by Morgan Graham, the senior, really making things difficult on Scores Yellow, but ultimately a foul, and now a opportunity here for Scorzello. Tornadoes able to handle that set piece opportunity effectively as well. So the Tornado defense holding stout here. Meanwhile, here comes Keith. Keith, the shot and the finish. Scott's goal number 3, Emma Keith. So Emma Keith with the finish, and the Tornadoes lead cut in half. So 2-1 now the tally here at Lamel Family Field. Been a compelling game so far. Both teams getting their opportunities. And the Tornadoes in the home white jerseys will get started yet again, holding on to a 2-1 lead, 6:26 to play here, quarter number 1. A warm day for this time of year. Quite different than what the Tornadoes experienced on Saturday morning when there was freezing temperatures overnight. A frosty Lamel Family Field to start the day. Meanwhile, nearly summer temperatures right now. Approaching 70 degrees. Back the other way, here come the Scots, and a shot and a finish there. One-on-one opportunity, and the finish by Peterson. Scott's goal number 17, Sam Peterson. So Peterson with the equalizer after the Tornadoes took the 2-0 lead. And these two goals by the Scots have come in rapid succession. So the Tornadoes will regroup yet again. So Tornadoes with back-to-back goals. The Scots have answered now with back-to-back goals of their own. The Alma College Scots. And back the other way we go. The Scots look like they're going to do their best to win this draw control, but it's going to be a foul on the Scots. So Tornado ball coming back. And Tornadoes on the move. Parker Moore along the right side. Continuing. She's beat her defender, Flynn. Now Moore hands it off to Collins. Collins to her left. Senior Casey Collins. Here's Savannah Colliver. Moore back to Collins. Collins, considering her options, double teamed by two Scott defenders. Shot there, deflected. That was Blanton in the middle of things. 5:10 to play here. Quarter number 1. Stavely defending on the far side, and here come the Scots, able to cover a lot of ground through the midfield once again, and there's 3 Tornado defenders on the case. Meanwhile, the Scots able to make a pass forward to find the open player, and it's going to be a penalty there on the Tornadoes and an opportunity here for the Scots. Joanna Scorziello will do the honors. And the finish by Scorzello. Scott's goal number 10, Joanna Scorzello. So Scorzello with the goal, so 3 consecutive goals by the Scots to answer the 2-0 lead for the Tornadoes. Scorzello, the freshman out of Grand Rapids. So Alma College makes the trip down from Michigan. 750 miles, 11 hours, 30 minutes by vehicle. And taking a whole trip here in the western North Carolina mountains during their spring break, I'm being told. So hope they enjoy their time here in the Blue Ridge. Meanwhile, 4:44 to play here, quarter number 1, and Tornadoes jump to that 2-0 lead, 3 straight goals by Alma College. Located right in the middle of the state of Michigan. Due north of Lansing, Michigan. A little bit south of Mount Pleasant. And you'll find Alma. Meanwhile, here come the Tornadoes, and a whistle there. We'll see what this is all about. 4:17 to play. Clock stopped. Scots 3, Tornadoes 2. And it's going to be an opportunity here for the Tornadoes. Casey Collins able to find her teammate, and then the finish. Tornadoes goal. Tornadoes goal number 11, Emily Denega. So the Tornadoes with the equalizer of their own. Collins finding Denega, and then the finish. And just like that, we're all knotted up at 3, quarter number 1. Emily Denega, what a sensational start to her collegiate career. Denega had 5 goals in the season opening win, and she's already got 2 today. So 3-3, all tied up. Quarter number 1, wind starting to pick up a little bit. Currently at the back of the Scots. Scots with an 8-5 advantage in the shot department, but all tied up at 3, the statistic that matters most. Meanwhile, here come the Scots on the move. You can see that high tempo style of the Scots really pushing the action there when they gather the ball in the midfield and push it forward. And a whistle here. And another opportunity here for the Scots. This will be Brown, Kirsten Brown, the freshman. And Brown with an underhand shot, kind of going a little bit unorthodox, maybe trying to trick McLaughlin with that move, but to no avail. Comes up empty, and here come the Tornadoes the other way. Colliver, double teamed. Now up ahead, here come the Nados. Here's Cashwell. Cashwell to Collins. Collins to her right. Collins defended by Flynn. Collins, Colliver. 46 on the shot clock. Here's Moore. Moore attacks. Now Staley fighting for it. She's defended by McGeorge. 2:55 to play here, quarter number 1. It's been a good one between the Scots and Tornadoes. Just getting started here, first of 4 quarters. Here's Collins. Collins to her left. Collins trying to go up high. Was looking for more. Stavely was there on the case. Here's Stavely. .30 on the shot clock. Now 18 on the shot clock. And the whistle is blown. And 15 is on the shot clock. And this will be Denega with 15 on the clock. And Denega now 12 on the shot clock. Another whistle. Shot clock stops at 10. 1:59 on the game clock. Opportunity here for the Tornadoes. It's Blanton. Blanton's shot looks like it ricocheted off the post, and the Scots were able to get that stop defensively as the Tornadoes work that shot clock all the way down, and then Scots able to get the stop. Meanwhile, here come the Scots the other way. McLaughlin on the case. Goalkeeper for the Tornadoes, Lexi McLaughlin, the freshman from McDonough, Georgia. Goalkeeper for the Scots is Elena Fry, the Illinois native. 1:25 to play here, quarter number one, all tied up at 3. Back the other way, here come the Scots. It's Bunce. Bunce on the move. Bunce taking on multiple defenders. Bunce in a lot of traffic there. Really handling things solo there was Olivia Bunce, the sophomore from DeWitt, Michigan. And referees will have a quick discussion to figure out which direction this is going. So 1:10 to play here. Quarter number one. All tied up. Tornadoes 3, Scots 3. And another stoppage here. So looks like we're figuring out a couple things on the administrative side with the clocks at the moment. 1:10 to play here, quarter number one, making sure everybody's on the same page here. Tornadoes looking to remain undefeated after the big decisive 21-3 win over Sweetbriar in the season opener on Saturday. It's been a tight one here between the NATOs and the Scots. And back to action here at Islamel Family Field. Loose ball, one of those 50-50 balls, could go either way. Vaught fighting for it there versus Brown. Ball skips out of bounds, and it'll be Tornado ball. Nice job there, Grace Vaught, to keep that alive for the Tornadoes. Here's Moore in the meanwhile. Moore up ahead to Collins. Collins with 45 on the clock. Collins up ahead. Shot in a finish there. And looks like Denega yet again. Tornadoes goal. Tornadoes goal number 11, Emily Denega. So indeed, Denega with the finish for the Tornadoes, and Tornadoes now taking the lead 4-3, 40 seconds on the clock here. Quarter number one. So great job there by Emily Denega to find the back of the net, yet again continuing this sensational start to her freshman campaign. Meanwhile, Scots would like nothing more than an equalizer of their own here before the end of the first quarter. Time is not their friend at the moment, as we're down to 20 seconds to play in the period. And great save there by McLaughlin. Loose ball on the goal mount. Dangerous part of the field right there. Josh Mitchell there defensively. Now Tornadoes able to get the stop, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. 4-3, Tornadoes on top. So the Tornadoes able to take a 4-3 advantage through the first quarter of play. A lot of back and forth action in this one. Tornadoes fell behind 2-0 in this one. Or check that actually took the 2-0 lead. My fault. The very beginning of the game, Alma really controlled the possession, had a bunch of opportunities, and the Tornadoes take the 2-0 lead. Denega with the opening goal. Parker Moore then delivered, put the Tornadoes up 2-0. Assist on that one by Casey Collins. Then Emma Keith and Sam Peterson with the equalizer. Joanna Scorziello then with 4:50 on the clock, able to get the go-ahead goal for Alma. And then Denega struck again, an assist by Collins. And then with just 42 seconds left to play, Denega put the Tornadoes ahead 4-3. Denega, 3 goals. Casey Collins, 3 assists. So just gorgeous weather here at Islamel Family Field. Warm temperatures. 68 degrees at the moment. We hit 70 today in Brevard, North Carolina. So uncharacteristically warm weather. Now some would call this a fool's spring. In other words, it gets warm for a couple days. Everybody starts wearing shorts, t-shirts, thinking they can start sunbathing, all that thing, and then bam, winter continues. So stay tuned as far as this weather goes. But hey, at the moment, it's about as nice as it comes. 68 degrees, sunny, a nice breeze, and NATO Nation enjoying these warm temperatures. I saw some Tornado students playing some beach volleyball, really getting into the spirit of springtime. So a lot of fun here at Brevard College, and great matchup between these two. Alma College out of the state of Michigan visiting the western North Carolina mountains for a little bit of a road trip and opportunity to take on the Tornadoes in this one. So 4-3, Tornadoes on top. Tornadoes actually with fewer shots than the Scots. The Scots with 10 shots, Tornadoes with 8. 9 of the 10 shots by the Scots on goal. And 5 of the 8 shots by the Tornadoes on goal. And we mentioned individually, Emily Denega leading the way with 3 goals. Parker Moore has a goal as well, and then 3 assists for the senior Casey Collins. So ready to get back after it here. Start of quarter number 2 at Islamel Family Field on the campus of Brevard College. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. Back underway here, quarter number 2. Scots with possession. Now 2 teams switch sides, so now Scots going into the wind, and the Tornadoes will have the wind at their back. Scots, just like they started the first quarter, gaining the initial possession and in the attacking zone of the Tornadoes. Firing off a shot there. Missing the mark. Looked like it was Peterson, number 17. Sun becoming a bit of a factor as well. And a shot and a finish there. Goal equalizer for the Scots. So Emma Keith with the finish and the equalizer for the Scots. So we've now had 3 tied scorers in this one. And the chess match between the Tornadoes and Scots continues. 14:08 to play here. And see if the Tornadoes can answer now. Great to see members of the Brevard College football program in attendance, and appreciate their help also behind the scenes. Before we know it, toe will be meeting leather here at Ives Lamel Family Field for football season in the fall. But first things first, women's lacrosse action, Tornadoes and Scots. And here come the Scots the other way from left to right. And once again, the Scots deep in the attacking zone. Kenny handling the ball quite a bit there. And now, meanwhile, Scots trying to crack that Tornado defense. Tornadoes, some tight defense there defending McGeorge. And Tornadoes able to come away with the steal. Here's Stavely. Stavely up ahead. Covering a lot of ground. Tried to play it forward there to Denega. Now a loose ball and a whistle, and it's going to be a foul on the Tornadoes. But got to hand it to Stavely, to really able to flip the field there, but back the other way. Here come the Scots. But stolen away there, Colliver. Colliver up ahead to Stavely. Stavely. Blanton in the middle of all that. Collins now applying some pressure. And once again, through the midfield, here comes Peterson. Peterson taking it herself. Peterson taking on multiple defenders, now up ahead to Scorzello. Shot there by Keith. Credit another save to McLaughlin in the meantime. 12:30 to play here. 7 saves for Lexi McLaughlin. Getting it done, protecting that net for the Tornadoes. 12:20 to play and counting here. Quarter number 2. Under 12 minutes to play. Scott's continuing a possession. 25 on the shot clock. Peterson, now 20 on the shot clock. Peterson double teamed, able to find her open teammate, and then the finish there. And looked like once again, Emma Keith. Scott's goal number 3, Emma Keith. So Keith with back-to-back goals here. Started this second quarter as the Scots have now taken the lead 5-4. $11:44 to play here, quarter number 2. Men's lacrosse action coming up this Friday night. Be sure to check out that one as the Tornadoes host Oglethorpe. $11:35 to play here, quarter number 2. Nice move there after picking up the ground ball by Moore. Denega then hands it off to Colliver. Colliver surveying the situation. Now taken off on a Scott defender. A whistle. And it's going to be Scott's ball. Scott's now up ahead. Here's Kenny. Kenny up ahead here to Keith. Ball skips forward. Picked up now by Scorzello. Scorzello. Scorzello continuing. Now cuts to her right. Shot there by Brown, and another save for McLaughlin. She's continuing to get it done. 10:40 to play here, quarter number 2. 14 shots now by the Scots, but they've only found the back of the net 5 times. Trying to find Vaught. McLaughlin was trying to connect with Vaught. A difficult pass there, about 35 yards distance-wise, and able to come up with it. Flynn up ahead to Keith. Keith defended by Josh Mitchell. Keith. Morgan Graham on the defensive end for the Tornadoes now. Whistle there as contact between Stavely and Scorzello. An opportunity here for the Scots. Scorzello dishes it off to her teammate. Scorzello then comes back up with it. She had sent it to the left there to find Peterson. Meanwhile, another whistle. 9:36 to play here, quarter number 2. So a penalty there, a card on Scorzello, so she'll have to sit out here for the designated penalty time, and Tornado's able to have the upper hand here for an extended period, so we'll see if the Tornadoes can capitalize. Meanwhile, shorthanded, the Scots able to come up with it. Here's Brown. Brown up ahead. Fighting for it. There's Kenny. McLaughlin was there protecting that goal. Kenny did her best to try a spectacular play. Meanwhile, just over 9 minutes to play here in the second quarter. And shot and a finish there, so a short-handed goal by the Scots. And looks like Kirsten Brown. Scott's goal number 23, Kirsten Brown. So the Scots able to score their 3rd consecutive goal. .30 this quarter for the Scots. So after the Tornadoes led 4-3 at the end of the first quarter, it has been all Scots here in period number 2. Fighting for it here. Draw control will go to the Scots, and meanwhile, on the defensive end there, getting the Tornado faithful going, it was Cashwell. Now a shot here and a finish. So quick back-to-back goals. That was Sam Peterson. Scott's goal number 17, Sam Peterson. So just like that, the Scots have stormed ahead to a 7-4 lead. 4 unanswered goals here in the second quarter. The last 2 coming shorthanded. Rapid fire from the Scots. There was only 19 seconds between those last two goals. And the Scots, with the largest lead for either team so far, ahead 7-4. Still shorthanded, Scorzello continues to wait out her penalty, and the Scots once again on the attack. Keith able to find her teammate, and the finish there by Peterson. So another goal for Peterson. Keith with the assist. Scott's goal number 17, Sam Peterson. So Peterson with back-to-back goals. And now 3 goals in the last 34 seconds for the Scots. So rapid fire. And the Scots extend their lead even further, 8-4. Tornadoes led this one 4-3 at the end of 1, so 5-0 the score here, quarter number 2. 8:19 to play here, quarter number 2. And back underway here at Islamel Family Field. Taken there by Deniga. Deniga's got to step on her defender. Tornado's still a man up. Whistle. So opportunity here for the Tornadoes, still with the advantage. And another whistle. So opportunity here for the Tornadoes, 7:45 to play. And it'll be Parker Moore doing the honors. Moore, the finish. Parker Moore, ladies and gentlemen. Tornadoes needed that, and Moore delivered. Tornadoes goal number 10, Parker Moore. So big finish there for Moore. Meanwhile, Elise Moore has checked into the contest. Number 25, the freshman from Pickens, South Carolina. Tornadoes really needed that to stop the bleeding after the 5-0 advantage here in the second quarter. So much needed to snap that scoring run. Meanwhile, here's Casey Collins. Collins up ahead. Collins continuing her attack. Collins just a freight train from right to left, and eventually found a wall of defenders. And Collins will be rewarded with an opportunity here. Casey Collins, the senior. And loose ball after Blanton was fighting for it there for the Tornadoes. And you can feel the energy start to pick up here at Islamel Family Field. The crowd's starting to get into it quite a bit. And meanwhile, the Scots, the other direction, have other ideas. Here they come on the attack. Keith, saved by McLaughlin. McLaughlin getting it done, whether it's high, low, whatever comes at her. She's been deflecting away for the most part. 20 shots have been taken by the Scots. And meanwhile, reversal of fortune here. It's going to be Scott's ball after that determination by the officials. Keith. Peterson ends up hitting the turf, and still seeing what the determination here. Looks like it's going to remain Scott's ball, and it's going to be an opportunity here for the Scots after the penalty on the Tornadoes. Miss there. Trying to bounce that shot past McLaughlin was Peterson. Under 6 minutes to play here, quarter number 2. Crowd starting to amp up the energy as we head towards happy hour here at Brevard College. Sun's starting to set. 5:40 to play here, quarter number 2. Back the other way. Come the Tornadoes. There's Collins standing tough, and it's going to be Tornado ball. Up ahead, here come the Tornadoes. Opportunity here offensively. Vaught is along the left side. Denega with the ball. And it's going to be an opportunity here for the Tornadoes. So opportunity here. Looks like it's going to be Denega. Emily Denega, the freshman. Denega shoots and finishes. Emily Denega. Tornadoes goal. Tornadoes goal number 11, Emily Denega. So Emily Denega. Emily Denega, ladies and gentlemen, with that finish. After the goal from Moore, and after 5 straight goals by the Scots, the Tornadoes have answered. Moore and Denega. Denega now with 4 goals on the day, and we're still in the first half, the freshman. Sensational start to her collegiate career, the freshman from Buford, Georgia, Mountain View High School. Back underway here. It's a 2-goal ball game. Scots ahead 8-6. Five minutes to play here till halftime. Scots with a 10-shot advantage, but just a 2-goal advantage. On the move here, and whistle. And it's going to be a penalty. And this is going to cost the Tornadoes as Colliver is sent into the box. And so now the Tornadoes will play shorthanded. So a 2-minute yellow card. Colliver will have to play out that penalty. Meanwhile, the Tornadoes will have to play shorthanded. Now, Alma was successful shorthanded themselves before. .447 to play here, quarter number 2. Scott's working the ball movement there, and then the finish. A nice piece of offense there from the Scots. Multiple passes, making that extra pass, and ultimately the goal. Scott's goal, number 27, Lauren Kenny. Kenny with the goal. Credit the assist to Peterson. Nice piece of offense there. The ball movement, you know, that extra pass, and then ultimately the finish by Kenny. Surgically finding the open Scott there. Meanwhile, the Tornadoes now trailing 9-6, and .438 to play here, quarter number 2. Lights are now on. Sun still up, but setting here at Alma Family Field. Meanwhile, back to action here. Picked up there by Moore. Moore along the right side. She's defended by Peterson. Moore. Collins. Collins up ahead. Here's Colliver. Colliver taking on Scott defender head on, now decides to play it back. Here's Collins. Collins, Denega. Denega whistles. And looked like a foul kind of off the ball, away from the play. And meanwhile, a timeout on the field. 4:06 to play here, quarter number 2. Your score, Scots 9, Tornado 6. Back to action here at Alma Family Field. 9-6, Scots on top of the Tornadoes. Tornadoes had a 4-3 lead at the end of one quarter. Scots have had a 6-2 advantage here in quarter number 2. Meanwhile, an opportunity here for the Tornadoes. And Casey Collins will get things started for the NATOs. Collins to her left, up ahead. Here's Stavely. And that ball is going to skip out of bounds. Whistle. Scott's ball back the other way. 3:45 to play, up ahead. Scorzello along the left side. Scorzello playing it forward. Here's Emma Keith. Keith finds the open player. That's Brown. Brown then with the finish. Once again, nice piece of offense from the Scots. Good ball movement there, and then the finish by Brown. Scott's goal, number 23, Kirsten Brown. So Kirsten Brown, the freshman from Brighton, Michigan, with the finish. Alma College made the trip down here from Michigan, located right in the center of that state. 750 miles, the distance between Brevard, North Carolina, and Alma, Michigan. They're playing a number of teams here in the mountains and in the state of North Carolina this week. Not a bad place to spend a little time. Hopefully they'll have a chance to see some of the sights, get up perhaps on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Meanwhile, 3:29 to play here, quarter number 2. Scott's now ahead by 4. Collins able to pick up that ground ball. Collins taking on McGeorge on the defensive end, and Collins continuing. She's blown past McGeorge. The McGeorge able to use her stick effectively to steal the ball from Collins, and now a penalty and stoppage here. And it's going to be a penalty. Looks like Stavely is going to be sent off. .309 to play here, quarter number 2. Crowd not happy with that last call, but meanwhile, another advantage for Alma. So Tornadoes are going to have to stand tough defensively here. Alma entered this contest 2-0 on the season. Tornadoes 1-0 after the 21-3 win over Sweetbriar. So something's got to give in this one. One team will remain undefeated. The other team will take their first loss. Meanwhile, 3 minutes to play here, quarter number 2. Shot and off the post there. Ball ricocheted back. Another opportunity. Second chance opportunity here for Alma. Up ahead. Scorzello playing it forward to Peterson. Now resetting. Here's Brown. Brown, considering her options, able to go underneath there. Sherman with the touch there. Jamie Sherman, the sophomore from Crown Point, Indiana. And the Scots will continue with possession. 2:15 here. Tough assignment here for the Tornadoes. Short-handed. Tornadoes fighting hard defensively. .209 to play, and it's going to be another opportunity here for the Scots. Peterson will do the honors. And the finish there from Peterson. Sam Peterson able to get the goal there, and Scots go ahead 11-6. Scots goal number 17, Sam Peterson. Peterson now leading the Scots with 4 goals and 2 assists. Emma Keith has 3 goals. Kirsten Brown has 2. Scorzello and Kenny each with 1. Tornadoes have been led by Emily Denega with 4 goals. Parker Moore has 2. Casey Collins, 3 assists. It all adds up to an 11-6 advantage for the Scots. 2:06 to play here, quarter number 2. .206 to play here, quarter number 2. Scots 11, Tornadoes 6, and we'll get started once again here at midfield. Parker Moore on the case for the Tornadoes. Moore versus McGeorge. Collins in a foot race with Peterson. Peterson's going to win this one. Peterson up ahead. Peterson beating 3 Tornadoes. Now dishing it off. Here's Keith. Tornadoes getting settled on the defensive side. Meanwhile, Keith surveying her options. Nice defense by the Tornadoes, kind of not allowing the Scots to get much there, and the Tornadoes able to force the turnover, so nicely done. And up ahead here, nice job finding Collins. Great pass there. Cassidy Hutto finding Collins. 1:18 to play here, and then it's going to be a foul there on Collins. So back the other way, here come the Scots. Tornadoes have some good numbers back defensively. Meanwhile, Scots still trying to push the tempo. Here's Keith. Keith, 1 minute to play here. Now 45 seconds. Stolen away there. Nicely done by the Tornadoes defensively, and Parker Moore able to come up with a steal. Now ahead to Denega. Denega defended by Bunce, and she's able to shake Bunce and then shakes another defender. That was Brown. Denega showing some of that individual prowess. Denega up ahead. Denega finding Moore. Parker Moore dishes it off to Colliver. 5 seconds left to play. And that'll do it, as right as the buzzer sounds. A couple players had collided there right at the buzzer, but looks like everybody's okay, up and going. So end of quarter number 2. It's halftime here at Islamel Family Field. Your score, Scots 6, Tornadoes 6, Scots 11. Your score at halftime, Scots 11, Tornadoes 6. Quarter number 3 coming up next. Back here at Islamel Family Field, your score at the half. Scots 11, Tornadoes 6. Glad you're able to join us for this one. Well, want to catch you up around the world of Brevard College Tornado athletics as we await the third quarter. Congratulations to both the Brevard College men's and women's basketball teams. The women's basketball team advancing to the quarterfinals of the USA South Conference tournament after a electric win at the Boschmer Gymnasium this past Saturday night when the Tornadoes defeated Maryville, one of the best environments we've ever seen here at Brevard College, and Tornadoes able to advance to the quarterfinals. Unfortunately, fell short last night in that matchup at Berea, 54-46. Berea defeats Brevard, and head coach Donald Hudson, assistant coach Anna Lee Bollinger. Congratulations to them and the Tornadoes, 54-46. Berea eliminating the Tornadoes in that quarterfinal. Then the Tornadoes men went to the USA South Conference tournament for the first time. First time since the 2014-15 season that the men's team had gone to any kind of postseason play, and congratulations to them. And they had a tough matchup at number 1 seed Covenant, and Covenant came out ahead on that one. So wraps up men's and women's basketball for the season, but great year. A lot of joy was provided to NATO Nation thanks to the men's and women's basketball programs this year. Tornadoes baseball played a 3-game series over the weekend versus Washington and Lee. The Tornadoes won 2 of 3 in that one, winning on Saturday and Sunday, both one-run games, wild affairs. And then the Tornadoes fell in game number 3 to Washington and Lee. But the Tornadoes continue a successful start to their season on the diamond. Tornadoes men's soccer has announced its 2022 season. You can check that out. It's now available on bctornadoes.com if you want to start to make your plans for the fall. As the Tornadoes look to have another successful year under the direction of head coach El Dana. Mario Pinto assisting in that program, looking for another opportunity heading towards the postseason. Should have the other fall schedules next few weeks or so, so just stay tuned to BC Tornadoes social media, also bctornadoes.com, and so folks are always anxious to get their fall plans made. Men's lacrosse will be back in action this Friday night. Men's lacrosse had its home opener over the weekend, a 6-4 defeat to Ferrum. However, the Tornadoes will be in action on Friday night here at Islamel Family Field under the lights. Make sure you come on out or tune into this YouTube channel for that one. As Tornadoes play under the lights for the first time this season. And Devin McCarriger, the senior goalkeeper for the men's lacrosse team, earning USA South Conference Defensive Player of the Week. He had a 15-save performance against Ferrum and was able to win that individual award. Worth mentioning, some more awards were handed out from the USA South this week. Casey Collins, who we're watching on this very broadcast, won the USA South Conference Women's Lacrosse Player of the Week, and also Lexi McLaughlin, the goalkeeper, won the Defensive Player of the Week. So big performances from those two against Sweetbriar resulted in more hardware, and Tornadoes continued to earn individual accolades across all sorts of sports. Matthew Scavato, baseball, USA South Pitcher of the Week. And once again, congratulations to all those student athletes, McCarriger, Scavato, Collins, and McLaughlin, all with USA South Conference honors. Well, in this one here, Scots and the Tornadoes, the Scots with an 11-6 advantage. Tornadoes earned a early 2-0 lead. Goals by Denega on a free position shot, followed by a goal by Parker Moore. Moore put the Tornadoes ahead 2-0. And Alma then answered with 3 consecutive goals. Keith, Peterson, and Scorzello to give Alma their first lead. Brevard then answered 2 more goals by Denega. The first 3 goals, all by, we'll check that, the first 4 goals, 3 by Denega, 1 by Moore. 3 of those 4 assisted by Casey Collins. Tornadoes took a 4-3 lead into the second quarter, but then Alma really came alive. 5 consecutive goals, including a stretch of 34 seconds where the Scots scored 3 consecutive goals. And all those 3 goals all came shorthanded, a man down. Meanwhile, Brevard able to answer goals by Parker Moore and Emily Denega on the free position shots. And then Kenny, Brown, and Peterson with 3 straight goals to end the second quarter, head into halftime, and that gave the Scots the 11-6 lead. Total shots, the Scots with 27, the Tornadoes with 11. Ground balls in favor of Alma, 12-10. Brevard has successfully cleared 7 of 17 opportunities, 8 of 10 Alma in that category. And Tornadoes with 12 fouls compared to just 5 for Alma. Goalies, Elena Fry, just 1 save, kind of interesting. But the Tornadoes able to find the back of the net 6 times. And 10 saves for Lexi McLaughlin. So it all adds up to Alma with an 11-6 advantage here in quarter number 3 as we head to the start of quarter number 3 with the Scots with the 11-6 advantage. Glad you're able to join us wherever you might be tuning in from. This game started with the temperature at 68 degrees. The temperature starting to drop a little bit now that the sun is setting behind the gorgeous mountains here overlooking Brevard College. But it should be a compelling second half. Tornadoes have some work to do, however, down 5 goals heading into the third quarter. So getting ready to get started here as countdown clock for that halftime break has found its way to 0, and we've set 15 on the clock for the start of quarter number 3. Looks like we have a goalkeeper change. Looks like the Scots have a new goalkeeper. So we'll let you know who that is momentarily. Meanwhile, ready to get started here. Quarter number 3, and we are underway. New goalie for Alma, Alexis Gibbons, the freshman from Omaha, Nebraska. And Alma with the early possession here. just getting started here, quarter number 3. Alma able to score 3 consecutive goals at the end of that second quarter to widen their lead. Those Tornadoes will have to play from behind here in the third quarter. If you're just tuning in, getting to know Alma, they're from the state of Michigan. And shot and a finish there. And Alma ahead now 12-6. And goal there for Alma. Scott's goal number 3, Emma Keith. So Emma Keith with the goal there. And Alma now with the 12-6 advantage. Keith now with 4 goals. She matches Peterson for the team high. 12-6 your score. Tornadoes have some work to do here. Down by a half a dozen. And a whistle here. And a 2-minute penalty has been assessed here to Ashton Cashwell of the Tornadoes. So a difficult assignment down by 6 goals has become that much tougher, as playing with an advantage now will be the Scots. 2-minute penalty for Cashwell. 13:51 to play here, quarter number 3, fresh shot clock for the Scots. Shot and a finish there. Another goal for the Scots. Scott's goal number 12, Jamie Sherman. So Jamie Sherman with that finish, so she gets on the board. Meanwhile, 13-6 your score. Wind starting to pick up here at Islamel Family Field. Temperatures dropping. After the warmest day we have seen in the 2022 calendar year this afternoon. Scott's able to win that draw control, and here they come on the attack yet again. On the move here, Peterson moves to her left. And shot, and credit the goal. Actually, no goal. So, you know, the Scots were celebrating as if it was a goal. The ball actually hit the crossbar, bounced, and ultimately did not count as a goal. From the naked eye, from our broadcast location, other than the celebrating by the Scots, it didn't seem like a goal from our vantage point, as the ball bounced directly down from that upper crossbar. So Tornadoes able to perhaps dodge a bullet there. Meanwhile, here comes the Scots the other way. Sherman up ahead. Sherman finding Brown. And a whistle. And clock stops at 12:38. Meanwhile, this is going to be another opportunity. Free position shot. For the Scots. Firing away there was Brown. Collins up ahead, but stolen by Flynn. 30 shots for the Scots, 11 for the Tornadoes. McLaughlin's been busy back there for the Tornadoes, and then just shoved to the ground. Foul there as Colliver drew that foul, and she was able to bounce right up and get the offense started for the Tornadoes. Here's Colliver. Colliver weaving through multiple defenders, quadruple teamed for a moment there in the midfield. Now here comes the Tornadoes. Another whistle. And Parker Moore will get things started yet again. Here's Denega. Denega to her right. Now behind the goal. .35 on the shot clock. Cashwell makes a run towards the inside. Colliver now able to sneakily find Moore. What a nifty pass that was. Moore unable to finish, however. But nice pass there, threading the needle to find Parker Moore. 11:05 to play. Back the other way, here comes Alma. Josh Mitchell defensively for the Tornadoes, and Tornadoes able to get the steal. Here's Morgan Graham, the senior. Graham along the right side. Graham continuing. Completely flipping the field here is Graham. Graham then plays it back to Stavely. And there's a foul as defending Stavely was Ava Fredrickson, the junior, for the Scots. And Stavely will have an opportunity here. 10:31 to play. Stavely. Plays it to Grace Vault. And Alma able to regain possession there from the back. New goalkeeper for Alma, Alexis Gibbons. 10:13 to play here, quarter number 3. Now covering a lot of ground through the midfield there is Brown. Brown up ahead using Willman. Now here's Kenny. Kenny weaving through traffic. Kenny ultimately runs into McLaughlin. And it's going to be another foul against the Tornadoes. So opportunity here for the Scots. Kenny with the shot. And McLaughlin played that well. Loose ball, ground ball being battled for, and ultimately McLaughlin is going to bring it into her safe harbor. McLaughlin. Plays it up ahead here to Denega. Denega juking the defender. That's Bunce. Parker Moore up to Denega, but Bunce is going to come up with it. She picks up that ground ball. .8:30 to play here, quarter number 3. It's going to be another stoppage and opportunity here for Alma. And a finish there credit the goal to the Scots. Scott's goal number 1, Riley McGeorge. So Riley McGeorge, the sophomore from Grand Ledge, Michigan, able to get that finish. (14-6) now the lead, largest of the ball game for the Scots. Sun has set behind the mountains and Pisgah National Forest, and temperatures continuing to drop here. Some of the brave ones still in the shorts and t-shirts. Meanwhile, 8 minutes to play here, quarter number 3. And Tornadoes able to set up on the attacking side of things. .740 to play, quarter number 3. And stoppage and a reset here. So looks like an opportunity here, free position shot for Casey Collins. And the shot and the finish there. Parker Moore with the finish. My apologies, I identified Parker as Casey Collins there, as the lighting's starting to play some tricks on us as the sun has gone down. But Parker Moore with the finish. So Parker Moore . And Tornadoes desperately needed that goal, as it's been all Scots here in the third quarter, but that goal able to stop that scoring run after 3 consecutive goals to start the third. Parker Moore able to finish there for the Tornadoes. That's Moore's 3rd goal on the day. 6:52 to play, quarter number 3. Scots back in business here in front of the Tornadoes goal mouth. 40 seconds on the shot clock. McLaughlin picks up that ground ball. She plays it forward to Colliver. Colliver, little button hook turn and go there, and she's on the move. 6:15 to play, quarter number 3. Scots have attempted 20 more shots, yet only lead by 7 goals. Grace Vaught on the attack. And a finish there. Donega with the finish, number 11. And back-to-back goals for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes goal number 11, Emily Donega. So goal number 5 for for the exciting freshman Emily Denega. Denega had 5 goals in the opener versus Sweetbriar, making it an even 10 goals. So first NATO to hit double-digit goal totals for the 2022 year. Emily Denega, freshman from Buford, Georgia, Mountain View High School. And Tornadoes nice little stretch here these last 2 minutes. Goals by Parker Moore and Denega cuts the deficit to 6. 5:35 to play here, quarter number 3. $5:10 to play here, quarter number 3. Another save there for McLaughlin. She's the reigning USA South Conference Defensive Player of the Week, and another sensational performance is double-digit save totals, 11 of them here in this matchup against Alma. McLaughlin playing the long ball here, a deep shot, and great job being brought down. Parker Moore now up ahead. Collins, shot by Collins, saved. Another rebound, shot by Collins, goal. And just like that, back-to-back-to-back goals. Tornadoes goal. Tornadoes goal number 32, Casey Collins. So Casey Collins with the finish. And the Tornadoes, who had trailed 14-6, back-to-back-to-back goals, serving notice, the Tornadoes. So back-to-back-to-back goals, Moore, Denega, and Collins. And the Tornadoes on a bit of a roll. Meanwhile, Alma has ideas of their own. Shot there and a finish, so an answer by the Scots. So Brown with the goal for the Scots. 4:15 to play here, quarter number 3. Substitute for the Tornadoes checking in is Grace Blanton. She replaces Elise Moore. So Blanton, part of that original starting lineup out of Birmingham, Alabama. $4:15 to play. Back to a 6-goal lead, 15-9. Now the Tornadoes with possession. Denega, Moore, Colliver. Tornadoes attackers weaving through the Alma defense. There's Cashwell. Moore back to Colliver. Stolen away by the Scots. McGeorge in on that steal. And now here come the Scots. Brown with Cashwell defending. Brown along the left side. Brown now finding Kenny. Kenny up ahead. Keith was in the middle of all that. Now Kenny again. Scorzello. Brown. Brown finds her teammate Peterson. Peterson's been one of the leading scorers for the Scots today. Tornadoes doing a nice job defensively. Meanwhile, 55 on the shot clock. Here's Scorzello. Scorzello defended tightly, then beats the Tornado defender. Now up ahead. Here's Sherman. And the finish by Sherman. Scott's goal number 12, Jamie Sherman. So Jamie Sherman able to get that finish for the Scots. Credit the assist to Scorzello. Scots individually, Sherman now with 2 goals. Emma Keith has 4, Peterson with 4. Scorzello, 1 goal, 1 assist. Also goals by Kenny McGeorge for the Scots. Tornadoes have been led by Emily Denega, 5 goals. Parker Morris, 3. Collins, 1 goal, 3 assists. Blanton's fired off 2 shots, still looking for the back of the net. A shot also fired off by Grace Vault. Ground balls, Cashwell has led the Tornadoes in that department. 2:33 to play here, quarter number 3. (16-9) now your score. Shot there by the Scots. That was Emma Keith. Scots continuing to apply pressure. Tornadoes will be back in action next game on the road. That's this Saturday at Randolph College. That's up in Lynchburg, Virginia. Another shot there by Keith, wide. However, the Scots able to continue with this possession. Next home game for the Tornadoes versus Lake Forest College, noon on Sunday, March the 6th. Right here at Eyes Lamel Family Field. (1:33) to play here, quarter number 3. Wind starting to pick up, temperatures continuing to drop now that day has turned to night here in the mountains. 70 seconds left to play. We've probably dropped a good 15, 20 degrees in just a matter of a couple hours here with the sun setting. Meanwhile, 55 seconds rather here, period number 3. Scots ahead by 7. Tornadoes trying to get on the board again here before the 4th quarter. Cashwell plays it to Colliver. Collins plays it up ahead. Heavy traffic there, several Tornadoes. A mass of humanity in front of the goal mouth there. Now back the other way. The Scots able to come up with that turnover. And here come the Scots the other way from right to left. Quickly moving down Eyes Lamel Family Field. The Scots have ideas of their own. Now just 6 seconds on the clock. Tornadoes trying to hold them off for these final couple seconds, and they in fact do. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Your score at the end of the 3rd quarter, Scots 16, Tornadoes 9, quarter number 4 coming up next. Well, Tornado fans, make sure to join us Ready for the fourth quarter here at Isla Family Field. Tornadoes and the Scots. Scots have stretched their lead to 7 goals heading into the fourth quarter. Scots outscored the Tornadoes 5-3 in that last period. Scots led by Keith and Peterson, each with 4 goals. Tornadoes led by Emily Denega, 5 goals. Parker Moore with 3. Collins, 1 goal, 3 assists. Scots able to win that draw control to start the fourth quarter, and Scots now moving left to right on your device. Scots in the gray uniforms, Tornadoes in the white uniforms, and Tornadoes now moving right to left, so the Tornadoes will have the wind at their back, but wind starting to swirl a little, actually a crosswind at times, across the field here from side to side versus end to end. Meanwhile, shot and save there by McLaughlin, and then the follow-up, the rebound, and the finish. Scott's goal number 17, Sam Peterson. So Peterson with the finish there, and now a 17-9 advantage as number 17, Peterson, gets the 17th goal of the day for the Scots. Peterson, the sophomore midfielder. Tornadoes will regroup. There was a stretch in that third quarter where the Tornadoes really heated up. 3 consecutive goals from Parker Moore, Emily Denega, and Casey Collins. Alma then finished the third quarter with 2 straight goals, and now this goal here at the start of the fourth, just 40 seconds into the fourth. And the Tornadoes trail by 8. So back to action here. Here come the Tornadoes as Colliver on the move. And going to be a free position shot here. Opportunity for the Tornadoes, and shot there by Colliver, just off the mark. So Tornadoes will continue with possession. So an opportunity here for the Tornadoes. Here's Collins. Collins continuing, considering her options, ends up playing it back to Denega. Denega, leading scorer for the Tornadoes. She dishes it off to Moore. Moore was trying to find Cashwell. A lot of contact there, and it's ultimately going to be a foul on Cashwell. Alma ball the other way. Here they come. On the attack here is McGeorge. McGeorge covering a lot of ground. Peterson. 12:53 to play. Peterson was on the attack. Whistle. And this is going to be a free position shot for Peterson. Scott's goal number 17, Sam Peterson. So Peterson able to capitalize there. She scored several times today. Has been a bit of a thorn in the Tornado side, and Tornadoes again having to play from behind here. Scott's fast start here in the fourth quarter. 2 quick goals open up an 18-9 lead. 12:41 to play here, quarter number 4. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. And here comes Alma yet again. Morgan Graham with some great hustle there for the Tornadoes, and then several bodies hitting the turf hard. We'll get this all sorted out. It looks like ultimately it's going to be a foul on the Tornadoes. So back the other way, here comes Peterson. 12-12 to play here, quarter number 4. $11:55 to play. So the clock continues to tick away, and Tornadoes looking to get a stop here defensively. Grace Blanton there defensively. Shot there, and it's going to be a goal. So Emma Keith able to slip that by. Scott's goal number 3, Emma Keith. So Keith with the finish. Some of the Scots faithful made the trip down from Michigan. The 11-hour, 30-minute drive if you're traveling by automobile. Double-digit lead now for the Scots, so running clock situation for the time being, at least. And here come the Tornadoes. Denega. Denega now to her right. Moore. Colliver back to Moore. Now here's Denega. Quick move to her right. Now back to her left. Cutting back yet again. Nice job defensively. Keeping in front of Denega there. That was Peterson. Now Denega finding the ground ball and the finish. Emily Denega. Tornadoes goal. Tornadoes goal number 11, Emily Denega. So Emily Denega gets the Tornadoes their 10th goal. So Denega able to deliver again. She now has 6 goals, so a new career high for Denega, surpassing those 5 goals she had scored against Sweetbriar. So now 11 on the season for the exciting freshman, Denega. Exciting freshman class overall for the Tornadoes this year. Denega, also goalkeeper Lexi McLaughlin. Meanwhile, substitute for the Tornadoes checking in, Lindsay Wick. She replaces Denega, so Denega getting a breather. Lindsay, one of those freshmen we were talking about. Also Elise Moore, Cassidy Hutto, Danny Stavely. Here comes the Scots, Bunce. bunts now along the side. Big effort there by both Blanton and Stavely to try to stop that attack. And 8:45 to play. Visitors from Michigan with the attack yet again. 8:35 now and counting, quarter number 4. Morgan Graham came up with that momentarily, then a whistle. Well, once again, hope you can join us on Friday night. Men's lacrosse action here at Islamel Family Field. Should be a good one when the Tornadoes host Oglethorpe. That's a 7 p.m. start, so either head on down here to Islamel Family Field on the Brevard College campus, check out the Tornadoes under the lights, or tune right into the same YouTube channel and settle in for some men's lacrosse action on Friday evening. 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock start, 8 o'clock on the clock here. 8 minutes and counting. 7:50 to play now, quarter number 4. Temperatures dropped considerably since the high temperature of the calendar year here in the mountains. We reached 70 here in Brevard. Shot there, and a whistle as the shot was from Lauren Kenny, sophomore from Brunswick, Maryland. Tornadoes under the direction of head coach Kristen Rosado. She's in her 7th season at the helm of the Tornadoes women's lacrosse program. Roya Tomasabi is the assistant coach for Coach Rosado. She's in her 1st season. Has some West Coast roots. Playing at Pacific University as a student athlete. And it looks like we've got a timeout on the field with 7:07 to play, quarter number 4. Scots 19, Tornadoes 10. .707 to play here, quarter number 4. Scots 19, Tornadoes 10. Game number 2 of the Brevard College women's lacrosse season. They won their opener over Sweetbriar 21-3. And the season will march on this weekend. Tornadoes hitting the road, heading to Lynchburg, Virginia, to take on Randolph College. That's a 1 p.m. start, so if you want to make the trip up to Virginia. Nice setting there in Lynchburg for some women's lacrosse action. Saturday, 1 o'clock at Randolph. And then the Tornadoes back here at home. A stretch of 5 consecutive games starting on March the 6th versus Lake Forest. including 2 conference games, Saturday, March the 12th and Tuesday, March 15th against William Peace and Pfeiffer. And concluding with a matchup with Warren Wilson. And then from that point forward, the stakes increase because everything USA South Conference related from that point forward. Meanwhile, shot there, firing away was Collins, and able to make the save there. The goalkeeper for the second half, which has been Alexis Gibbons. Elena Fry was the goalkeeper for half number 1, Gibbons for half number 2. 6:32 to play. So meanwhile, for a moment there, we had the running clock going, the 10-goal lead. Tornadoes able to quickly get this game back into single digits to make the clock a little more advantageous for what would be a Herculean comeback at this point. But crazier things have happened. Down 9 goals with 6:30 to play. Meanwhile, here come the Scots the other way. Flynn up ahead to McGeorge. Bodies hit in the turf there. That was Blanton. And now looks like we may have a injury. So we'll take a quick break here. 6:09 to play here. Quarter number 4, Scots 19, Tornadoes 10. So after the quick injury break, looks like everybody's back up and running and back to action here, Islamel Family Field. 5:55 to play here, quarter number 4. It's Colliver. Savannah Colliver able to find Cashwell. Loose ball here. And Casey Collins able to find the ground ball and then draw a foul. So nice job. Check that. Actually, Collins had a piece of it for a moment, but Parker Moore made that play there, number 10. Picking up that ground ball. Meanwhile, shot and finish for the Tornadoes. So Savannah Colliver with the finish. Tornadoes goal. Tornadoes goal number 21, Savannah Colliver. So Colliver with the finish. And Tornadoes cut the deficit to 8. Savannah Colliver. Colliver with her first goal of the evening. Savannah, the junior from Greenville, South Carolina, Malden High School. .5:16 to play here, quarter number 4. Tornadoes have scored back-to-back goals. Denega and then Colliver. Meanwhile, here's Colliver again. Colliver passes it to Moore. Moore. And a whistle
Moore had found the back of the net, apparently, but a whistle before the shot. And so now Moore will have the free position shot. And Moore will not be denied the finish for Moore. Tornadoes goal. Tornadoes goal number 10, Parker Moore. So the Tornadoes now 3 consecutive goals, a 3-0 run here, and continue to get things done efficiently to keep the clock as manageable as possible. Just 31 seconds between these last 2 goals. Colliver and then Moore. Parker Moore handling the draw control for the Tornadoes, but picked up by the Scots. Peterson. Peterson able to push it up ahead.
Yeah, good job, guys. Good job counting. Yeah. A little louder next time. Yeah, I didn't hear you.
Shot there off the post. McGeorge. Collins was serving a penalty in the meanwhile. She's now back onto the field. And now Collins wide open, unmarked there after coming from out of bounds. Now up ahead, here's Grace Vaught. Vaught on the move. Vaught. Moore, back to Vaught. Under 4 minutes to play. Vaught plays it back to Collins. Collins finds Colliver. Colliver has Cashwell to her left. Moore to her right. She uses Moore. Moore, Collins, back to Moore. Moore now on the attack. 40 on the shot clock. The shot from Moore saved by Gibbons. Goalkeeper throughout the second half for the Scots. Here come the Tornadoes. Quick turnover, then up ahead, and the finish. And Casey Collins, ladies and gentlemen, and credit the assist to Cashwell. Great job by the Tornadoes there. Tornadoes goal. Tornadoes goal number 32, Casey Collins. So Casey Collins, and folks, Tornadoes now a 4-0 run, 4 unanswered goals. Coming alive here late in this fourth quarter. Denega, Colliver, Moore, Collins, that last one with the assist from Cashwell. And a 4-0 run by the Tornadoes, who have cut the deficit to a half dozen. So 3:17 to play here, and the Tornadoes, after trailing by 10, now trail by 6 goals, 19-13, 3:17 to play. And a bit of momentum, but will there be enough time for the Tornadoes? And certainly not helping matters here. Here comes back the other way the Scots. Peterson defended very tightly there. Cashwell on the defense. Collins getting into it as well. Collins, the reigning USA South Conference Women's Lacrosse Player of the Week. All-conference performer last season. And free position shot here for the Scots. And a finish there. And Peterson's going to snap the 4-0 scoring run for the Tornadoes. Scott's goal number 17, Sam Peterson. So Peterson has been a big factor in this one. That was Peterson's 6th goal. She matches Emma Keith with 6 to lead the Scots. Emily Denega also with 6. So 3 players on the field, each with 6 goals. Scots lead now 20-13. 2:45 to play here, quarter number 4. So this proved to be a formidable Scots team making the trip down from Michigan and putting up 20 goals in this one. Scots now with another opportunity deep in the zone. Mitchell defending there for the Tornadoes. Brown. Scorzello. McGeorge. Defended by Mitchell. Keith. Keith to her right. Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline's blasting from another part of campus, making its way over here to the stadium at Islamel Family Field. You'll get something for everybody here at Brevard College. 90 seconds to play here, quarter number 4. Opportunity there and the finish there. McGeorge, number 1 for the Scots. Scots goal number 1, Riley McGeorge. So the Scots now hitting the 21 goal mark. 21-13 your score. That's McGeorge's 2nd goal. Sophomore from Grand Ledge, Michigan, Grand Ledge High School. Well, we're final 83 seconds of this one. Glad you're able to join us. It's been a lot of fun to witness some more Brevard College women's lacrosse. Game 2 of the season. We got a long way to go on this adventure of Tornadoes women's lacrosse. Hope you can join us all season long. Grace Vaught picking up that ground ball nicely. Vaught been double teamed and plays it forward there. Blanton. 50 seconds to play. Stolen away here by Peterson. She has been active tonight for the Scots. Here's Scorzello. Collins has other ideas. She's able to take it away. Collins battling in the midfield. Reigning USA South Conference Player of the Week. Play until the final whistle. 20 seconds to play here, quarter number 4. Here's Vaught. 12 seconds left. And that'll just about do it as the time ticks away here at Islamel Family Field. Now 5 seconds left. Final opportunity there, shot by Vaught, and that'll do it, folks. The Scots with a 21-3 win in this one. We'll bring you all the totals in just a moment. As the Scots win this one 21-3 over the Tornadoes. So your final score, 21-3. Your final score at Islamel Family Field, Scots 21, Tornadoes 13. Glad you're able to join us for this edition of Brevard College Women's Lacrosse. Hope to see you on Friday night when the men's lacrosse team will be in action at 7 p.m. versus Oglethorpe right here at Islamel Family Field. Women's lacrosse will hit the road this weekend at Randolph College. Next home game for women's lacrosse, Sunday, March the 6th, 12 noon here at Islamel Family Field. Thanks again for joining us for this edition of Brevard College Women's Lacrosse. Drive home safely. Go Tornadoes. So your final score here at Islamel Family Field, Scots 21, Brevard 13, and the Tornadoes took a 2-0 lead in this one, led 4-3 after one. Alma then turned the tables in that second quarter in 8-2 advantage. Alma continued by scoring 5 goals in the third, 5 in the fourth. Tornadoes led by Emily Denega with 6 goals. Parker Moore had 4. Casey Collins had 2 goals, 3 assists. Savannah Colliver with a goal. Ashton Cashwell with an assist. Lexi McLaughlin, a busy day in the goal. She had 17 saves, faced 49 shots. A busy day in the goal for McLaughlin without a doubt, but she held her own quite well. Tornadoes had 18 total shots, were 5 of 8 in free position shots. Well, hope you can join us on Friday night, men's lacrosse versus Oglethorpe. And the women's lacrosse team will hit the road to face Randolph this weekend in Lynchburg, Virginia. Well, want to thank everyone who helped make this broadcast possible. And thank you, the viewer, for tuning in for this edition of Brevard College Women's Lacrosse. Your final score for the final time, Scots 21, Tornadoes